Good morning. This is Dr. John Whitcomb talking about Biotoxin Illness Part 7 of the Gluten Connection. This is where we now embark on the next step of cleaning up your body from biotoxins, and that is one by one getting rid of the other effects that the mold has set off or biotoxins set off. And the first step, of course, is getting you in a clean place away from a biotoxin. The step number 2 is getting rid of the toxin out of your body with cholestyramine. And then you get rid of the marcons out of your nose that's making you persist with low MSH. And now it gets interesting. If blood tests show that you have antibodies to gluten, IgA and IgG gluten antibodies, the next step is turn off those antibodies, lower the level of inflammation by getting off of gluten or amylose for 4 months. Now, amylose is an interesting little molecule. It's about 30% of the white carb content of potatoes or rice. It's a very efficient way for plants to store energy because amylose makes a straight molecule that can be packed quite densely, so plants get more bang for the buck by storing amylose. Amylopectin is 70% of carbs. It's more branched and spread out, and so it's not as efficient. But amylose seems to somehow also be associated with altering your immune response, and there is tons of literature now about how gluten sets off autoimmune diseases and Th17 balanced. There's the innate immune response, once it gets started, does to date not completely understood alteration of your autoimmune system. What we do know is there are multiple diseases that have clear associations with autoimmune disease. Hashimoto's, Sjogren's are 2 examples. But we also know that folks don't get better from mold illness till they clean that up. Well, your brain, your gut, and your immune system all work together as a triad. So if we're going to clean up your brain, we have to clean up your gut, and we have to cool down your immune system. And if we keep on annoying and irritating your immune system by eating gluten, then we're in trouble. And your immune system is so sensitive. Remember, one little tiny shot can protect you from influenza for a long time. Or one small injection with immunity will protect you from tetanus for 10 years. So gluten tends to be, you have to be really gluten sensitive, get off gluten for about 3 months. You can't just do it for a little here. It's no croutons, nothing, no gluten for 3 months. That's a hard thing to do. But that's the next and first step in cleaning up your body. Weeks after this, we're going to teach you about the other things we have to clean up. But step number 4 in the biotoxin pathway is get off of gluten if your antibodies are positive. This is Dr. John Whitcomb wishing you the best.